Welcome back once again, and we're still embarking over the visit of Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Badr Abdulati to Japan. But he also met with Mr. Toshimitsu Motegi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Japan, and they both held the strategic dialogue. They signed the Memorandum of Cooperation between Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan and the Egyptian Foreign Ministry, and the details coming up in the following report.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati is on an official visit to Japan from June 2nd to 5th, 2026, as a guest of Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. On June 3rd, Abdulati and Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi launched the third round of the Egypt-Japan strategic dialogue, aiming to strengthen bilateral ties, advance multi-sector cooperation, and exchange views on regional and international issues of mutual interest. Abdulati stressed the importance of building on the momentum generated since the two countries announced a strategic partnership in April 2023, and expressed hope for the dialogue to be held on a regular annual basis. Economic and investment agenda. In a meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, Abdulati called for the establishment of a Japanese industrial zone with the Suez Canal Economic Zone, the SC Zone, enabling Japanese companies to benefit from direct and indirect investment and customs incentives. Egypt today, he underscored Egypt's strategic location as a gateway for manufacturing and exports to Arab, African, and European markets, backed by its extensive free trade agreement network. The two sides discussed development cooperation through JICA-funded projects. Abdulati praised JICA's role in education, scientific research, and human capacity building. SIS He also urged continued cooperation on joint projects including the Egypt-Japan University of Science and Technology and technical education and vocational training initiatives. Abdulati highlighted growing cultural cooperation and expressed appreciation for Japan's support in establishing the Grand Egyptian Museum, describing it as a flagship cultural project and a successful model of bilateral partnership. The Foreign Minister outlined Egypt's efforts to deepen trilateral cooperation with Japan and African countries, highlighting Egypt's role as a gateway to Africa, and invited Japan to participate in the upcoming African Business Forum. The visit also addressed Egypt's collaborative efforts with international partners, including Japan, to end the conflict in Iran, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and halt a war that has disrupted the global economy. On June 3rd, UNU Tokyo hosted a high-level conversation titled Egypt and Japan, Strategic Partners for Peace and Stability in the Middle East and Beyond, featuring Abdulati in dialogue with UNU Rector Professor Chilitsi Marwala on diplomacy, peace, security, and regional stability. A press conference at the Foreign Correspondents Club of Japan, the FCCJ, is scheduled for June 4th, focused on Japan's role in ending the conflict in Iran.
Welcome back once again, and for more details, we're very delighted to be joined over the phone with Her Excellency Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning.
A good day to you. So, talking about the significance of holding the strategic or another round of the strategic dialogue between Egypt and Japan at this particular time, how important is the timing of this visit?
Of course, the historical relations between Egypt and Japan does not start here, but of course it has been for many years, and it has been very strong. Now we can call it strategic partnership between the two countries, and the visit of Minister Foreign Minister Abdelati is a regular visit, and it focuses on the strengthening the relationship between the two countries, and of course to expand the Japanese investments in Egypt, whether it is in big projects or in Suez Canal, and in coordination between the two countries in resolving the different issues that are facing our area, the Middle East crisis, whatever.
What were the most prominent economic and political topics that were discussed between the two sides?
Well, of course, what is happening in the Middle East, the crisis, whether it is the Gaza conflict or the Iran war, the United States-Iran war, and the global challenges that are facing the Middle East. This is one of the most important issues that has been on the agenda of the talks. Of course, the global, I mean the peace project that has been implemented between the United States and all the leaders of the world. This is one issue that has been also on the agenda, to how to implement this plan. It is important to keep the ceasefire and also to stabilize the situation, and also to start rebuilding Gaza and finding a solution for the refugees and for those who had left their homes and who are struggling to live in a very destroyed country. So Japan is supporting Egypt's mediation efforts, and of course the future of the region is important. Humanitarian aid for the Gazans are also one of the important issues that has been discussed, and the stabilization of the region, whether it is political or economic.
Right. How does this dialogue reflect the cooperation or the strong bond between Egypt and Japan on different fronts?
Well, as you know, there are economic and investment opportunities
Yes.
that has been discussed also, that was focused on the visits between Japan and the officials from Japan and Egyptian officials. And of course, the Japanese companies are very interested to invest in the Suez Canal economic zone, and of course in the technological initiatives that has been raised by the Egyptian minister regarding the urban development, and also the big projects that like the ones that Japan has always helped Egypt in the cultural cooperation, like for instance the contributions of Japan in the Grand Egyptian Museum, and also the bridge that links Asia with Africa in Sinai. And of course, as we remember, always the opera which was built by the Japanese long time ago, maybe 30 years ago. So there has been a lot of help in the education and cultural heritage of Egypt. And now we are seeing more stress or more focus on integration of the Japanese style and of education models in Egypt. And we can see it in the primary schools and also in the Japanese university that is also in Burj Al Arab for research. It was mainly for research, and many students are very keen to study in this university. So we can see that the official development assistance has played a critical role in Egypt's development, and Japan is always dedicated to Egypt's cultural infrastructure projects and development programs. And we have seen many mutual understanding between the two countries, whether it is, as I said, in culture or educational exchange. And Egypt and Japan have educational partnership in the founding of the Egyptian-Japan University of Science and Technology. And this is attracting many Middle Eastern nations, and also many Egyptians are studying in this university. So,
right. So there were talks between the two sides on pitching Japanese industrial zone in the Suez Canal industrial zone. So what exact specific incentives are going to be unfolded?
Well, it is, of course, it is important to know that the Japanese are cooperating with Egypt in the Suez Canal from not now, but it's been there. The investments have been there from a long time, but now there is a new expansion of this industrial cooperation as part of as a way to attract more foreign investment and strengthen the role of regional production and export hub. And this was discussed with the Prime Minister of Japan during the meeting with Foreign Minister Dr. Badr Abdelati, and the Japanese government is establishing a Japanese industrial zone within the Suez Canal Economic Zone, and this will enable companies to benefit from the direct and indirect investment and custom incentives offered by the Suez Canal Zone to foreign investments. And of course, it is also important to note that the cooperation in economic and investment fields will offer Egypt a strategic solution for Japanese companies seeking to diversify production and supply chains amid the global geopolitical tensions that we are witnessing now because of the Israel-Iran war, and we hope that the increased Japanese investment will have a solution to the supply chains, especially in the cooperation in industry and technology, in the field of innovation, scientific research, and digital transformation.
Right. At the end, would like to thank you so much. Express our gratitude to you, giving us your valuable input, Ambassador, Your Excellency, Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you so much, and you have a very good day. And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come back to you, so stay with us.